this happens, it's very good. People don't know, but they're hot. And the most every day Chinese, the word
this time you were right, and you had the good sense to give up. Yeah, when others that I might have hung in, so just nobody touch me. I know what I'm doing. For you, babe. I destroyed for you, mister. Looks good on you. Looks good on you, but these things look better broken. Every day there's another one flying tonight, and I hope don't make it. I know what to do. For you, I destroy for you, mister. Looks good on you. It looks good on you. These things look better.
It's Saturday night, Ground Zero Plus. It's the chilluminatti. It's time to chill. Lean back 33 degrees. Mine's Jimmy. And into the microcosm. It's on the air.
Shiny and contoured, the railway winds, and I've heard this sound from my cousin's bed, the hiss of the train at the railway head. Always the sun
fucking real. Are you ready to chilluminatti?
I believe I am.
Badass. Well, listen, I pulled one out of the vault to get us rolling.
Uh-huh.
Now, are you going to tell me you don't like Peter Green?
No, I like Peter.
Good. Here's Peter Green from the In the Skies LP. It's Ground Zero Plus.
Yes, I've packed up my clothes. I'm moving away from your door. Lord, I packed up my clothes. Said I'm moving away from your door.
That's about the size of it.
Been your fool for so long.
It's like people don't even know Peter Green was in Fleetwood Mac, do they? Most people.
Babe, I won't play that fool no more.
Well, this is, before the Chicks.
No, this is like after he left.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
I gave you all my money.
Before the Chicks and Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
Fleetwood Mac was better. Yeah.
No, that's actually a whole thing. Looks like Matt Armitage in the chat is saying Epic's got a new song out.
And so does Polly Nation.
Well, I know. Polly dropped his last night. So
And I'm going to be dropping it backwards tonight.
Are you?
Yes, I am.
All right, well, listen. Before you get there, apparently he's got it, from what I'm seeing over there, somebody in the chat grabbed the link and dropped it in here. He sent me a message in Skype earlier, said he was on the Big Island, he wouldn't be able to call in, but he'd call in next week. And I wasn't sure what that meant, but apparently that must mean he did have his song ready for tonight.
Well, I'd love to hear his song and put it into the lab for next week as well.
Well, somebody give us if he has dropped his new cut over there on his channel. Somebody throw it in the YouTube chat or throw it in the GZP chat. Are you over in the GZP chat yet?
I have not gotten into the GZP chat yet.
Me
no.
neither. Me neither.
Although at some point I will definitely get over
I
there.
will. Matt was busting balls. There's no new song over on Epic's channel. Maybe there's a fire or an eruption on the Big Island. He had to go back. Who the hell knows?
Well, Epic did say he was going to do a new song, so and I'm actually looking forward to hearing it.
Me too. Well, he said it's 2 weeks. That was 2 weeks ago. So that must mean why he messaged me then, because he must have messaged me, saying he wasn't going to be. In other words, he expected that he was going to be here with his song, but he's not here. So that's why he messaged me. Who the hell knows, man? All I know is the chilluminatti. We ain't got time to F around. We're chilling on GZP. You go over to TalkStream Live and find the icon with Clyde's sunglasses blazing. It says Ground Zero Plus, and click on it, because we're down on like the 4th page right now. We're 4 pages back. See if we can get the ball rolling. CAC, what's happening, man?
CAC says I should be doing blow. Those days are long gone, my friend.
Yeah, he does green tea now. He drinks it nonstop, chilling like cold villains on the chilluminatti.
I'm actually drinking a root beer kombucha right now.
This is such a chill vibe. I really hate to break the vibe. You know, I think maybe we if you really want to get in a party atmosphere, you gotta listen to this dope tune that Polynation dropped last night.
Do I open my eyes? Do I see what's alive? Do I choose what to say? Do I choose what gets played? Do I choose whose attention gets paid? Do I fear doing nothing? Do I hate the result of something? Do I know you? Do I care? Do I see in your face the look of despair? Do I wonder why you color your hair? Do I consider giving in? Do I ever lift you up? Do I ever really win? Do I ever fill your cup? Do I think too much? Do I laugh too loud? Do I ever use a crutch? Do I act too proud? Do I pretend that I even can? Do I wish to be a better human? Do I sometimes fuck up the best laid plans? Do I create? Do I cry? Do I destroy? Do I feel sly? Do I feel occasionally shy? Do I smile from my heart? Do I miss you? Do I ever
Man, I feel like getting a cardboard box.
Well, I
Throw it on.
gotta tell you what's really interesting about this
What?
is the version that I have that's reversed is different than the one you're playing.
Seriously? Hey, Mark.
Yes.
Thanks, Mark. That's really
Oh, thanks, Mark.
Really appreciate that, man. Yeah. What's up, Kent? Yeah, vocals not too bad. I know. It is good, Ned. I'm telling you right now.
Well, the one I have has a female voice on it.
All right, well, here. Do you have this one? We'll listen to it. We'll do yours, too. But I haven't heard the female one. Can you play it forwards, too?
Yeah, of
All
course.
right, hang on. All right, there goes Polly's. Now, I personally, I'm the hit picker. I'm a hit picker from way back. Sit on my porch with my pocket knife, whittling, picking hits. And I'm telling you right now, that one right there,
I mean, if I had heard that on the radio, I would not know that it was Polly and an AI that created that.
well, I'm just saying.
Like, I
If
would
you
think
had-
that was, like, that came out of a regular music production.
Exactly. And if you had Ariana Grande up in here, I mean, she just had her memory erased. Maybe she needs some new songs.
Polly just commented in the chat that he likes the female voice one better.
He does. Well, okay.
Yeah.
We'll either drop it in here, and for me, and I'll let her rip, or you try to let her rip from over there.
I can let it rip from over here.
All right.
Probably easier.
All right then. Let her rip. Thanks, Mark, for that. I really appreciate it, man. Serious.
Do I open my eyes? Do I see what's alive? Do I choose what to say? Do I choose what gets played? Do I choose whose attention gets paid? Do I fear doing nothing? Do I hate the result of something? Do I know you? too much? Do I laugh too loud? Do I ever use a crutch? Do I act too proud? Do I pretend that I even can? Do I wish to be a better human? Do I sometimes fuck up the best laid plans? Do I create?
No, I don't like that one as
You,
much.
you don't like that one as much?
It's okay. It's okay. Okay, but there's something about it. First of all, it doesn't seem precisely the same tempo, and there's some weird reverb effect on that bass. And so I'm not sure. I don't know, man. See here. Let me go back. Here's this one.
Do I choose what to say?
See, that hits, man. See, that hits right there. That snare. That's what makes this fucker make you bob your head.
Do I fear doing nothing? Do I hate the result of something?
All right.
I'm trying to put my finger on the vibe. I don't know if it's like The Weeknd or Bruno Mars or the male
it's got
vocal kind of has like one of those guys kind
It
of.
does. It's got
quality to
like a snappy Bruno Mars vibe to it. Except he's just an AI. He's a made-up AI star. What was the name of that show? What was the name of that show where it was like some guy, his name's like Goldman or something, and he had like 5 kids down in Florida, and it was like a reality TV show. It's like, I think it was called Making the Band. You remember that shit? Making the Band.
Yeah, Chris, I see that.
What did Chris say?
He wants me to dump the files for at the end.
Yeah.
I got to get to that.
It's become super casual here in the microcosm. We talk business on the air regularly.
Yeah.
And we do, though. We have been the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not a secret, right? Like,
No, but it's only because, the only reason we've been so unprofessional for the last couple of weeks is mostly because I'm casual, because I'm all effed up.
Well, yeah.
But after I start to heal, I'll become more professional. I give you my word.
Well, I mean, it is Saturday night, chilluminatti, so we're just chilling, you know.
That's true, man. It is true. Now, you reversed it, but you reversed the female one.
I reversed the female one.
But
and you know, I mean, we Polly will come on and talk about it too. I would be curious to see though if you could drop that one in here, you know, maybe I can organic sharpen it, because I would love to see how that one compares to this one.
I know. See, the thing is,
especially in reverse,
it's got a magical quality to it. Because let me tell you right now, when I came up in here, I felt like I've been hit with 3 bags of motherfuckers head on, and I was feeling like shit. And now I hear this song. I feel like swinging my arm around in a circle, like I'm riding a mechanical bull.
Do I ever lift you up? Do I ever really win? Do I ever fill your cup? Do I think too much? Do I laugh too loud? Do I ever...
All right, let me get you this. Now, go ahead and come in with what you got there, and I'll get you this in the meantime.
Well, let's get Polly in here too, because I want him to hear it and comment on it as well.
All right, Polly, turn your volume down when you come in here. All right, go ahead.
Let me see. Let me add him to the call here.
All right. Now, what was the name of this? This was Do It. Here we go.
Do I? Yes, is the name of the
Hold
track.
on, let me get it over here. Mine's Jimmy. I'm giving the golf style play-by-play as I drop the link into the Skype box and press the send button, and there we go. Rockin' Rio. Now you got the hit. Me and Rio got the hit now. You know, we could just get it out and sell it like crack. You know, just play it loud out of the back of a truck. Have a bunch of people dancing. People,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we can. Well, I guess it would be piracy, right? We could white sleeve it.
Well, that's how the Crew got their thing, man. The Crew,
Yeah.
That's what made the Crew. Nikki Sixx and his
Yeah, they used to
business,
sell their stuff right out of the back of the trunk of their car.
and they owned all their shit before they ever got a record contract.
That's right.
So when
They were smart about it, and that's why they were one of the few bands who's actually really making money at the time.
they were, How did Vince Neil end up on that reality TV show
You know, he got
With-
fat. And,
with what was that other? It was with
is it Brett Michaels?
no, he wasn't on there.
Well, he did a reality show too. I
No,
think,
he
right?
did The Apprentice with Donald Trump.
Oh, okay.
Trump liked him actually. They got along good. I think he was going through some shit too, some cancer or something.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't remember.
He was ill for a while.
Nah, it wasn't Bandcamp. It was something else. The Rock.
It might have. I think he might have done Bandcamp too. Oh, Rock of Love. There you go.
Maybe he did. I never saw that.
Yeah, I think he's done a couple things actually.
Yeah.
Vince Neil, like trying to stay relevant. You know.
Well, how do you stay relevant in the modern world? Your relevance is, you know when it's the 15 minutes of fame thing. He was.
Well, I mean, it was
he
the crew, right?
I'm
But
just
there
saying.
was a period of time where he wasn't involved with the crew. So
No, and then he got fat,
yeah,
and then he was on that reality TV show with MC Hammer, and that other kid that was the two. What are those guys? The guy that runs around. I can't stand the guy either, and I used to see him all the time, and I can't think of his name now.
Guy that runs around.
Yeah, never mind. I
I'm
can't.
sure. I'm
Yeah,
sure
he
you
runs
think-
around talking about how him and this other actor were abused.
Oh, Feldman.
The two Corys. Yeah, Corey
Feldman,
yeah,
right?
exactly. Corey Feldman. That makes me want to give him a smack. All right, but Corey Feldman, MC Hammer, and Vince Neil, I think they were all three on the same celebrity house or whatever it was. I forget what it was called. It was like Celebrity House, and it was, they tried to bring these people back. What's
yeah.
Chris says he's irreversible. All right, listen. So you're gonna jump in here now with this. Did I?
Yeah.
I gave you the file, did I not?
Let me see. I got to look at the Skype on this machine, on the other machine. But I do have the
Let me see.
female voice version here. That's all set up and ready to go.
All right, we're up on the third page now, and we're moving forward. We're trying to get up there on the first page. Go to TalkStream Live and click on the black icon of Clyde with the burning sunglasses. Yeah, Corey Haim. I know, but Corey Haim. See, I can talk about
Corey Haim. Corey Haim.
I can-
Haim the Ham.
I can talk about this because this other guy, the other Corey, talks about it in public. All right, but
Uh-huh.
the thing is that a lot of people said he was bullshitting, and the thing is he's definitely not bullshitting because he used to talk about it in places where it was private to talk about it, and so he wouldn't be talking about it there trying to get attention. You know what I mean? So whatever he knows, he probably does know, and he probably has been involved in it. I personally can't stand the guy, man. I mean, I used to have to listen to him when he's standing up there and tells a story. You know what I mean? I'm not going to share the story, whatever. He shared it all over the place. He comes out every 5 or 6 years and shares the story, and then he gets some weird role where he gets paid $100,000 and then he goes away. I don't know. Don't ask me.
Well, I think he's come out publicly now and talked about his story.
No, I know. And believe me. It's the kind of thing.
It's not the kind of story that we want to get into.
No, I don't.
In the chilluminatti.
No, I want chilluminatti. All right, you ready to? Are you going to do the deed now?
I'm going to do the deed.
All right, so now this is the female vocal version in reverse. Has Polly joined us now?
Yeah, Polly's here.
All right, hey Polly.
So this is fascinating, right? Because obviously Polly wrote the lyrics. So there's the section in the beginning where it's mostly, it's all the lyrics that he wrote, right? It goes in the vein of the song about, questioning things and questioning life and whatever. So the reversals are, I guess, in a way, kind of a subconscious reflection of what he was writing, and the situation that may have surrounded the sentiments as far as writing the song or whatever, and we'll let him comment on that a little bit. But the other thing that was really interesting is in the second part of the song, the AI kind of takes over, and it does some effects, and it changes the lyrics a little bit, and it changes the phrasing of the lyrics in certain spots, and it's much more evil. And the AI is showing its colors in the hidden parts of the song. It actually even went so far, instead of being like what we would normally refer to as like organic reverse speech, which came out of Polly's lyrics, the AI actually included subliminal backmasking.
No.
Like studio style, like you would have an engineer do.
Are you kidding me?
I'm 100% serious, dude.
Wow, man. This is fucking groundbreaking, dude. Seriously. I mean that.
So, I guess probably, I don't know which way to start. Do we start with the Polly section, or do we start with the AI going all satanic?
I don't know what. It's up to Polly, man. It's his baby. He created it. He rubbed the bottle and let the genie out of the bottle. So there it is. What do you want?
Okay, well, what I would, first of all, good evening, gentlemen. And second, I would say that my song is not evil, King Sweet. Okay.
No. What he wrote is not evil. The AI made it. Put its evil.
The AI was backmasking shit on your song, dude.
Yeah, but it backmasks only the back part of the song too, right? So I think it'd be best to listen to it from like from the start to the end, because the start is it. I mean, when me and Rio kind of talked about this a little bit before the show, and what he pointed out was, especially in the back half of the song, it's not even lyrics being played, but when you play it in reverse, you can hear words. It's really, really weird.
Well, let's get to it, and let's hear what it sounds. All right?
Yeah.
Rock and reel. Go ahead.
Go from the start to the end.
All right. So.
Well, I don't know about that, but get in there some, and let's hear some of this.
All right. So, the start was basically what I had played before, right? And I'll play the point where it's still Polly's lyrics, like where I clipped it for him, and then what the AI does with it. So, it'll only be about a minute of everything total here.
So you're not playing it forward, just you're playing it all in reverse?
No, I'm gonna play the forward first.
Yeah. Give a clip of the forward.
Yeah. So here's the normal part forward.
I ever use a crutch? Do I act too proud? Do I pretend that I even can? Do I wish to be a better human? Do I sometimes fuck up the best laid plans? Do I create? Do I cry? Do I destroy? Do I feel sly? Do I feel occasionally shy? Do I smile from my heart? Do I miss you? Do I ever wonder why I didn't kiss you? Do I love you? Do I?
All right, so now this is where the AI is going to start taking over and altering the context a bit. And there's a lot of it's instrumental, but you'll hear what I'm talking about. Right there.
Are you going to play this in reverse?
Right. So at the very end there, did you hear? You heard the synth part, right?
Yeah.
where it would do. If you listen really close, it almost sounds like the synth is saying, "Don't cry now, don't cry now." And I'll play that part again in the forward because that's completely relevant to what happens in reverse. If you listen carefully to the do. Right? Don't cry now.
To all the questions, yes.
All right, so that's where the AI kind of took over and did its own spin. Now, when you go in reverse here, it says Satan took the ball, or Satan shook the ball. I'm sorry, Satan shook the ball to damn God. And then it says, "Who will damn God?" And then it goes, I would, or I would. And so that synth line there, when you slow it down, is the part where it says to damn God. And, forward, it almost sounds like it's saying don't cry now, but it's a synth line, right? But it's a manipulated synth line. And if you look at the waveform in the spectral analyzer, you can see that it's intentional. Like, it distinctly put that in there for a purpose, right? It doesn't fit with the rest of the waveforms that are involved in this. And that's something you can't really see without a deeper analysis of it. But
well, the thing is that if it's creating some music that you're asking it to create, and it's using all the tools at its disposal, so clearly that would be a tool that an engineer would use in the making of a song like that.
Right, but it's also the way a studio engineer would intentionally alter lyrics or add certain sounds.
That's what I just said.
To create a backmask.
That's what I just said.
Yeah. So
what I'm just saying, if that is the norm, in other words, studio engineers do that, then when the AI is creating a song, it's going to use that same technique, is what I'm saying. And
well,
so,
the fact that the AI would even use that technique or know about that, I mean,
that's what I'm.
How did it get trained at the same level that a studio engineer would know how to do that, right?
Exactly.
But that's it's like a music insider secret on how to do stuff like that.
Dude, how many minutes did it take for this? I guarantee you it didn't even take a minute for that thing to come up with this.
Polly, how long did it take to create the song?
Less than a minute.
All right, less than a minute. It probably wasn't even 20 seconds.
What's really kind of freaky about it is that "Don't Cry Now" is not an actual lyric that I wrote in the poem, but it still fits with everything that I wrote in the poem.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not actually a lyric being sung. It's hidden in synthesizers.
All right. So now I have a feeling this song's actually going to sound good in reverse.
It does, actually. It sounds pretty cool.
The other version's probably going to sound good too in reverse. All right. So go ahead and slow down. Go ahead, and are you going to throw down now with the reverse? Rock and Rio's reverse,
yeah,
perverse.
I'm going to throw down with the reverse. And actually, this reverse is also interesting in the fact that it's almost as good at full speed as it is slowed down. So I'll slow it down like one notch, but you should be able to hear everything like clearly.
All right, it's Rock and Rio's reverse perverse circus tonight, and we're going organic Sharpton on Poly Nation's drop last night. He let it drop.
So here it is, slowed down a little bit. It says, Satan shook the ball to damn God. And then it says, who will damn God? I would. Right? That's the synth line. That's the don't cry now. And it says to damn God. And I'll slow it down one more so you can hear that.
Yeah.
Right? To damn God. And then it says it again. Well, damn God. And then it goes, I would.
King Sweet. He's got to cleanse the chat room from the evil.
Yeah. Cleanse the evil song. Well, and the next line then says, and this is also synthetic, right? It says, "Who is your damned God?" Right? Who is your damned God? Is, and that's the synth that it put in there. That, I mean, that to me, like, is in a way the proof that the AI is evil. And then it says, right? It says, "Who is your damned God?" And then this next line here says, "I would for evil I love." Right, I would for evil and I love. And then it says, "Sick and tired, I want out, I want out." It says, "Push sin, I would. We all hunger, we want souls." We all hunger, we want souls
This is
that don't fear our shitty logic.
Mike
It
Mont.
says,
Mike Mont in the chat is saying, "Stop primarying the outcome."
well, okay, all right. So, I'll let the next two lines go, and you can see if you hear it. So I already said that it says that we all hunger, we want souls that don't fear our shitty logic. But I'll leave the last line to see if you can figure out what it says. So it's that don't fear our shitty logic. Are we foes then?
I didn't hear it.
You didn't hear it?
No, but I mean, I was all mesmerized by everything that was going on. So there was too many things for me to pay attention to besides just what it was saying somewhere in the background in there.
Yeah. So it says, "Sick and tired, I want out, I want out. To push sin, I would." Right. So he's going to push sin to get out. We all hunger, we want souls that don't fear our shitty logic. Are we foes then? Like,
You should be. I mean, seriously, all the shows we've done and all the evil shit that's been said in reverse. If you had written down every single one of those things, dude, you would have a book by now. Some of the shit that's in here is like out of control. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, this. I mean, for this to be like, and the part that really gets me about this is that the AI added this. This is all the synth stuff that the AI added. That's not really Polly's lyrics. And even the parts that is sort of Polly's lyrics, it cut some of the words out and it changed a few of the words that he didn't write. Because when I was watching his video on this, I was reading the lyrics along with what the song was saying, and it would at a certain point it didn't match. Like like it would leave off the do-I at the end of something, or it would cut off like the line about the kiss where it says, "Did I forget to kiss you?" It just said, "Did I forget the kiss?" Right? Instead of saying, "Did I forget to kiss you?" So that the AI actually manipulated the lyrics.
The forward to say something in reverse.
The forward lyrics, yes, to get this message backwards.
That is blowing my mind, dude. I'm telling you right now, this is some groundbreaking shit, Rock and Rio. Seriously. Just because I'm guarantee you no one's ever, dissected a song written by the AI musically, but Polynation wrote this as a poem, and then he had it laying around, and he just like, it's a success story, man. Listen to it. You can't deny how badass it is. It makes you want to just makes you want to feel good.
I wish to be a better human. Do I sometimes fuck up the best laid plans? Do I create?
See, that version right there is worth $1 million right there. That's $1 million riff right there, buddy.
I would have to agree that I like this version, the female voice version, But I think as far as like radio play would go, I think the other version would be more popular.
That shit would be on every radio station. People would be
I
calling.
feel like if you replace the female voice and put it in the male version with that same tempo, because I agree with Jimmy here. I didn't notice it at first, but when you listen to them both, the one with the quicker tempo is definitely the one that's gonna kick ass, and that's the male voice one for now. But if you just substitute the voices, which pretty sure you can do with a click of a button, clickety click, done.
Yeah, you just get some young Latino dude with some,
No, I want North Korean.
yeah, there you go. The young North Korean dude with some, shoes and some Michael Jackson, mock moves, like just rip off some of Michael Jackson's old moves. You could probably get a video going. You could even put him in a white suit.
Put him in a purple jacket.
There you go, purple jacket. That could be his name, dude. That could be his name. Purple Jacket. What's his first name? You got to make this dude up. He doesn't exist unless you're gonna go around singing this shit.
You could be Mr. Purple Jacket. That could be your stage name, dude.
I could go around singing this. What are you talking about, man? I can do this.
Mr. Purple Jacket. That is
Mr. Purple Jacket.
I like that. Mr. Purple Jacket, dude. You're filling rooms already. You know what? It's going to be filled with screaming chicks twerking all over the place. Look at this shit. They're all, what are you doing tonight? They're all, what are you doing tonight? Sending out group text. I'm going to see Mr. Purple Jacket.
I could definitely see this track at like, an underground club in Paris. Like,
see, dude, I'm doing the same thing to you right now that I did to Rio a couple months ago, and tomorrow there's going to be this. I'm going to have the AI create you in a Mr. Purple Jacket.
Yeah, it's got to be corduroy though,
singing
man.
this song.
oh, there you go, Jimmy. Corduroy Purple Jacket on Polly.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to do it on the break.
I'd love to see it. I'm sure he would too.
I'm going to do it on the break. But
I'm going to the vintage store tomorrow for that.
Tell you right now. All right, so have you gotten the other one? Are you ready to go? Just see if you can...
Well, I still have a little more here.
Oh, you do?
I still have a bit more. So
all right, we got about 10 minutes left till the top of the hour. Go ahead.
All right, so this is the continuation of the AI's evil. So it seems like it's a demonic speak, right? It's talking about hungering and wanting souls and that don't fear their logic, and asking if we're foes. So the next part of it here says, "Shot off a soft cloud. Do I lose clout? Now who's proud?" And then it repeats and says, "Now who's proud? Now who's proud? Now who's proud?" And it does that like subliminally, and it fades away into the music. So, and that was part of the reason I wanted you to hear it forward, is because you can hear that it's synth based, and it's added to the song, to the lyrics that he didn't write. This is still the AI writing this stuff. So let me.
The
So you hear it repeating, "Now who's proud? Now who's proud? Now who's proud?" And pride comes before the fall, or actually pride comes before destruction. But then it says it's the next line here. It says it's Satan's joke with the law. Like, there's always got to be the law involved, right? So, and it added this too.
All the questions, yes.
Right, all the questions, yes.
Satan's joke with law.
Satan's joke with the law.
Now, let me ask you a question. Now, is that in the forward lyric that's being said right there, Paulie? Is that your lyric, or was that modified lyric?
The lyric is supposed to be "to all the questions, yes."
And what
but
does it
the
say
AI
there?
may have modified that in the second verse.
Did it modify
I
it right
guess.
there where it says that, Rio?
Well, let me go a little farther here. and then I'll play it forward. Here's the forward.
To all the questions, yes.
Okay, so yeah, it says to all the questions, yes. And then the reverse is Satan's joke with the law.
Damn.
Satan, yeah.
I did hear that.
Oops.
But see, unbeknownst to you, you have some psychic driving that's been programmed in to your music that you created. So in other words, they don't need this whole team of people in the background anymore. They're just like, you know what? Look it, we'll just make it so people can just create music, but unbeknownst to them, we'll put all our same psychological techniques in the background that we use already. You see what I mean? You're just unbeknownst to anybody. You're just sitting there minding your own business, making music like Polly is. But still, they're programming you anyway. They're programming people off this shit. It doesn't have to go through their system. If you guys get what I'm saying?
This is why music is not a toy.
This is why there used to be gatekeepers and they used to be in total control of the recordings that were going out.
Right.
Well, yeah, and
now they don't have to. They can gatekeep as it's being made right now and do their same psychic driving techniques that they used in the past.
Well, see, I would even postulate that that's, at a spiritual level, that manipulation happens. And we've talked about the ghost in the machine and the demon in the AI, right? And, I don't think Polly's writing lyrics about, damning God for
Mr. Purple Jacket
swallowing souls, right? I mean, Mr. Purple Jacket is not
Mr. Purple Jacket
trying to get out of hell and jumping off a cloud.
Mr. Purple
to promote
Jacket.
sin.
He doesn't swallow souls.
Swallow souls, yeah. You're writing jokes for Satan. I mean, at least I hope you're not.
No, Mr. Purple's jacket is also a parachute, man, so I can jump off as many clouds as I want.
Dude, what did you just say, Rio? You just said something. You said, what did you say? Sucking souls, and what did you say? That was what you just said right there.
I said sucking souls and writing jokes for Satan. Yeah.
That sounds like the title of somebody's autobiography, man. You know what I mean? If you saw that on the shelf where you're walking by the bookstore with your copy in your hand, you'd probably stop by and see, take a look. We'll see what was in there, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah.
I read it.
It's
ahead. Not that good.
All right, Mr. Purple Jacket.
All right, so the next part here is where we get to psychoanalyze Polly, and the lyrics of this song as I guess questioning relationships and questioning life and reality is what I get out of it, and the reverses here seem to be congruent with that concept, like talking about bad relationship or bad situation and that kind of stuff. So, and they're actually a little bit more legible and more contextual. It says, yeah, I suffer with tears. Sit down. Hear our code. Yeah, you know it. There will be a sin that's circumcising our souls, and we can't ever even show it. It's very poetic, but it's some two great lines right there in reverse. So let me roll those. Okay, let me do that slower.
Do I create? Do I cry? Do I destroy? Do I feel sly?
Right? Do I create? Do I die? Do I destroy? Do I feel sly? And then it's the reverse is, yeah, I suffered with tears. Sit down. Right? And then it says, there will be a sin that's circumcising our souls, and we can't ever even show it. And it says, making me beyond miserable. Now I must cry out. Living in, I'm sorry, it says, yeah, that curse will be available. Will our losts cry out?
Dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, dude, I am the star maker. Okay. Remember, you heard it here first. I'm telling you right now. All right. Mr. Purple Jacket.
Mr. Purple Jacket.
He's on YouTube right now, Mr. Purple Jacket. There he is. Go ahead. Let her rip.
All right.
So it sounds so sad in reverse.
All right. So, yeah, well, I mean, it says, living in a sick house, who are you looking at with woe?
See,
hey, it's typical. It's here for me. There's so many ghosts. It says, you know it. My swords there would be held. Like, you want to fight, but you don't want to fight, right? You have the swords ready to fight, but you're holding back for sanity reasons or whatever. But, you know, living in a sick house, who you looking at with woe?
Man, this Mr. Purple Jacket right here, if you put this and then had a single and it was 99 cents, I'm telling you right now, you're going to be selling some records, homie. This thing even kind of, you know what? This even kind of looks like you a little bit, dude. It even kind of looks like you a little bit. It looks like you a little bit. I'm just saying.
No, it looks like me a lot.
It kind of does.
Dude.
That's exactly what I look like, Jimmy.
I did. That's what I'm saying.
Except I don't shave my chest.
Well, I don't know, man. It looks like you got an 8-pack rolling. You got your guitar. There's one in the background over there. Your hair hanging down all freestyle.
That's my classical guitar. I like to do a little flamenco once in a while, you know.
There you go, man. I'm just telling you right now, dude. Look at Mr. Purple Jacket. All right, listen. What time is it? It's time for
we got 3 minutes. So let me roll these quick lines and then we'll move on from top of the hour.
All
right. So living in a sick house. Who are you looking at with woe? Right. Hey, it's typical. It's here for me. So many ghosts. And then it says, you know it, my swords there would be held. So, you know, like not looking to throw the sword, right? Not looking to fight, living in a sick house. And, you know, and it's relevant to the forward, which is, you know.
Check it out. I got him against the, I got the analog, Mr. Purple Jacket juxtaposed against the evil New World Order.
Oh, there you go.
Look at that shit. See, dude, I'm the star maker, brother. All right. Go ahead.
So, you know, I guess now the psychoanalysis of Polly's situation, right? Because this is coming out of his organic reversal. Is you know, this is what he wrote organically, and the AI is just speaking it. You know, this isn't the interjected evil of the demons in the AI.
All right.
And so, you know, and there was one more line at the beginning where it says sucking on the nipple. I was a coward, and I asked him about that earlier. I was like, you know, how do you feel about that line?
And what did he say?
Polly. I think Polly, you're on mute.
It's into the microcosm chilluminatti. Lean back 33 degrees and chill. I'm the conductor. Have your tickets out. I said tickets. All right. We'll be right back. It's Ground Zero Plus. 718-618-9905 is the number to call. Here's Robin Trower.
Long misty days told me they would change their ways. Once in a while will come my way. The thrill is gone. Misty days.
718-618-9905.
Once in a while is here to
Come on in to the microcosm. CAC. Give us a call.
we meet the sun. Lovers in a nursery rhyme. The words belong to you.
It's been some long, misty days in the Santa Cruz Mountains. So the music's a little chill. That's why. Seven 718-618-9905 is the number to call.
Crazy Jenny and her mission man. We're back in the alley trading hands. Along came Wild Billy with his Frenchy man. All doodling up on Saturday night. Well, Billy slammed on his coaster brakes. Said, anybody wanna go to Greasy Lake? It's a mile down on the dark side of Route 88. I got a bottle of rosé, let's try it. We'll pick up Hazy Davy and Killer Joe, and I'll take you all out to where the gypsy ladies go.
718-618-9905.
And they dance like spirits in the night, all night. You don't know what they can do to you. Spirits in the night, all night, in the night, all night. Stand right up and let 'em shoot
That was great, Rio.
All right. Incoming. Incoming. Watch out. All right.
All right, we actually have two callers, Jimmy. We
Two
got
callers.
561 and the cat.
Who is first? 561.
561 was.
All right, CAC. Hang on a sec. 561. Thanks for calling into the microcosm. You're on Ground Zero Plus. What's happening?
Jimmy, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear, brother. Let me get rid of
Yeah,
Matt
it's been a
from.
little bit. Last time I called you, you had that Q guy on.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I feel a little bit bad about it because I kind of like this time I wasn't listening to the show before, and I called up randomly, and I had no idea that guy was
That
he
who?
was claiming to be Q.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
so I apologize for not being on the topic there and everything.
no,
so.
that's fine, brother. It's all good. It's all, everything's on the table here at Into the Microcosm. And whatever you call in, because you never know. Conversations move fast around here. You could be calling in,
Right.
and then all of a sudden, we're talking about something completely different. But anyways, why'd you call tonight? That's the most important thing.
I just, I like getting your opinion on things, and I apologize. I haven't been listening to the show before. It looked like you were just playing music, but
Yeah, we were at the top of the hour break. We had to kick back for a minute, kind of
Okay.
stretch our legs.
yeah, no, it's just I'm looking at stuff now, man, and everything. Are you getting into politics tonight, or is it as a
Yeah, we'll get into whatever you got on the table, man. We're sitting over here waiting for some.
Yeah, I'm looking at this, man, and I can't help but think, it kind of feeds in what Trump's doing with the economy and everything, that,
Mhm.
and his association with all these tech weirdos is that they're trying to crash this to force us into universal basic income and the complete, surveillance state.
You couldn't be more on point, my friend. I'll tell you that right now.
It's weird, man. And did you see Trump walking around with Musk's kid the other day? Like that picture? There's a picture of him walking around with Musk, one of Musk's kids.
That Damien kid? That Damien kid?
That Damien kid is evil, man.
That Damien kid who wiped a booger on the desk, that kid?
Yeah, the one that I guess apparently said, "You're not the president." He said that.
Get out of here or something.
Yeah.
I've never, dude, that was just, this association with Musk is very bizarre. It's like, it's like he's the new Jared Kushner almost. You know what I mean?
No, you know who he is? He's the new My Pillow guy. The fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the only difference there, Jimmy, is when we checked him with the My Pillow guy, he was legit.
Right, but what I'm saying is Trump had the My Pillow guy there. My Pillow guy went crazy, and then he had a fortune, and now he's broke and penniless, He's bumming.
Well, they went after. I haven't seen a lot from him since Trump's been elected.
No,
is he still back? Is he still a MAGA guy?
No, he's sitting with a cup out in front of Starbucks, man.
Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, they crashed the whole My Pillow empire. Like,
wow.
Yeah, they really damaged him hard.
Because he went after the election fraud and everything. He was going into all the
exactly
the tech stuff that I really don't understand. He seemed like he was really convicted on that. He's got an interesting story too. Like apparently he was like a crackhead and completely changed his life to make those. I don't sleep with a pillow. I do have a My Pillow, and I'm figuring out how to sleep properly with my. I don't need to get into this. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Lots of people have problems sleeping. I know. Trying to.
I certainly do. I mean,
yeah.
Last night's show is a perfect example.
Exactly.
I mean, I fell asleep in the middle of the show last night.
Well,
I think that My Pillow dude, he's got a whole routine where he puts like a paper box, cardboard box down. He paints white face.
Is he really destitute, Jim? He's really destitute?
He's doing this number now.
Not so long ago, you broke my heart in two. Tears on my pillow, pain in my heart caused by you.
One time I was in jail. One time I was in jail, and it wasn't for anything important. I was just in there because
I don't judge, man. I've been to jail.
All right, well, I'm just saying it was mostly because I failed to appear on some shit. But they were pissed, and it was in a shithole town in the middle of nowhere in California. And when you go there, that judge, because no one ever comes back when they get a ticket, it's you know what I mean? But eventually they get you, and when they do, this judge, he's pissed because you didn't come back. And you got to go there and sign your rights away. When you go in there to take care of it today, because you're in the middle of nowhere in fucking California, some shithole. If you want to take care of it today, you got to sign this paper. I'm looking at this paper, and I'm like, I look at the sheriff guy, the deputy, and I'm like, what is this? He goes, I don't know. I go, well, So anyways, you had to sign it. And anyways, in that whole thing, and I'm not going to get into it now, but in that whole thing, one night, I was laying in my bunk. The lights were out, and there was a bunch of bunks. It was like this common area with a bunch of bunks, and in that, and it was dark in there. And then some dude in there started singing this song now.
If we could start anew, I wouldn't hesitate. I'd gladly take you back and tempt the hand of fate. Tears on my pillow.
He was singing that.
That is some obscure fucking 50s like what
That's
would you even call it?
That's Little Anthony and the Imperials, and I believe that
Little
song was
Anthony
like
and the
That was either like
Wow.
58 or 59 that song came out.
I've never heard that, man. You always play songs I've never heard, Jimmy.
There you
really
go,
do.
man.
You've got a very eclectic taste in music, which I love that, man.
Hey, Tears on My Pillow is a classic. You know what the name of this? You know what the name of this record was? It was called "I'm on the Outside Looking In" by Little Anthony and the Imperials.
Yeah, they're ahead of their time, man. They're ahead of their time.
They were.
You know, I read Keith Richards' autobiography, and there's a part in it where he talks about when the Stones came to do their first tour in the States. It was like, I think, in the early '60s, and he made a point to say in his autobiography that all the '60s like garage bands that opened for the Stones, he said they blew them out of the water, like as far as you know, as musicians. These got like all the American bands, he couldn't believe how like tight and good they were.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget that, because I've always been kind of into that, like well, they call it '60s garage bands and everything. They say punk rock came out of that and everything. But,
yeah. There was there was two scenes: a New York scene and San Francisco scene with punk. But there's a lot of bands.
But it was probably a psyop, though. You know, I mean,
It
just like
definitely was.
you know, Jerry Garcia and
No
all.
question.
I was just
Yeah, the Dead was the West Coast psyop, and the Underground was the East Coast psyop.
Well, here.
right with the art.
Earth angel, will you be mine?
See, how could you get pissed when everybody's listening to something like that? You know what I mean? This dude's like 9 guys standing in the corner, just singing.
Yeah.
And
Acapella.
that was by the Penguins.
Those are back in the day, right? But so, I mean,
Earth Angel was by the Penguins?
Yes.
Hey, so
I got to hear Little Anthony, and I got to hear what this song, "I'm on the Outside Looking In." I don't remember it. Do you remember it, Rio?
Yeah, I remember it.
I don't remember it, but I'm going to listen to it right now. Here, let's listen to a piece. Here we go.
Is it?
I know.
I'm on the outside looking in, and I wanna be back on the inside with you. You are with somebody new, and I don't know what to do, 'cause I'm still in love with you.
I bet you Little Anthony was getting laid when they were going around and playing these shows. He's a creep. Listen to that voice.
Definitely, man. I didn't know your taste, got into this genre. I mean, I've never heard you play this. But Jimmy, forgive me, I don't listen like religiously or anything.
You don't need to.
I've always, I've listened to you since, you're still on Revolution Radio, right?
Of course. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, we're on Ground Zero Plus. We're on Ground Zero Plus tonight. So.
Yeah, I discovered Sean David Morton somehow, and that's how I found at Revolution Radio years ago.
He's gone now.
Before he got arrested, and
he's gone, bro. Did you know he?
I know.
Yeah, he passed. That's
I know.
too bad.
Yeah.
He was a good dude. He wrote some books, man. And one of the books, one of the books he wrote, he specifically was told never ever to say anything about that.
Well, the Sands of Time book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that was what they got him for, Sands of Time.
It was a series, right? It was like 3 books.
3 or 4 books, yeah.
There's one of them if you I don't know, you could look up how much they cost. One of them's like they want to buy them up.
Well, there's one I think that is really, really, like 3 of them are like out there, and I think like it's might be the 4th one is really, really hard to get, because there's, that's the one that they didn't want out there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That one's expensive, and they'll just pay
you.
So
he was connected to, or I mean, my question is, how did he get that information to put into those books?
Don't know. He had abilities, man.
Was he
That's all I can
was
say.
channeling stuff, or
The
getting
thing-
it through that?
He got in trouble for some shit or whatever. I
Well,
honestly,
he was
I'm
doing all that that sovereign citizen weird stuff, or the.
he might have been doing that
I
for a
remember.
while. I think a few at a period of time, a lot of people in the alternative media was way smaller, and there was a very small group of people. For a period of time, there's a lot of people that were into that. But that's not what I'm talking about. He did there was some other thing where it was like somebody had set up these sweat lodges or whatever, right? And
Wow.
And they went on this sweat lodge thing, and somebody died in it. Isn't that what happened, Rio?
I think so. Yeah.
I might be confusing him with somebody else, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened. It was like and somebody died in the thing, and then there was a whole thing about that for a while, and then I think he got out. He got out of that, and then there was some other thing that had to do with money and taxes or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
they
what I
got him
heard.
like three or four different ways. Or
I
they,
hate-
whatever they threw at the wall to stick.
I hate to hunt and peck at it right now because we're not being thorough in what I'm saying. I can't remember this stuff 100% right now.
Well,
They
you know
went
what,
after him
though?
a couple times.
Yeah,
I loved his sense of humor, and he was a good radio talk host.
He
you know what I
was.
mean, I liked his show. I liked his personality,
yeah.
and
Well, you know what happened?
he introduced me to you guys.
Well, we had him on, okay, and it was a great show. And
Yeah, it was.
He came on and he dug the intro that I did that night, and so it got off to a good start. And so it was really lively conversation. We went down a specific road where he was talking about some treatments he was doing to himself. Anyways, that show lasted like 30 minutes. After that show was over, YouTube deleted that show. Didn't say shit, deleted it and gave me a strike. And just that was
Really?
it. There was no.
Yep.
I don't have a recording of it either. I
remember
Wow.
that. They whacked that show like instantly. Like
Instantly.
as soon as it was over, like it never processed and got put back up.
Nope.
Like it was just gone. And
Wow.
no reason given. Just
No reason given at all, and they don't have to give us a reason apparently. And it doesn't matter what you say if you try to appeal it, it'll always come back and say nah. We looked at it. Nope. That's it. Oh wait, blasphemous
So,
Buddhist.
hey, I'm Rock and Rio. You're the other the guy on here.
Yes.
Hey, nice to meet you, man. I've heard you on here before with Jimmy. Jimmy, I love your just you've always just had you're like the old school Californian type of
70s
people
style.
used to tell. I grew up in Florida, and they always say, "Oh man, you do better in California," because I had like more of an open mind, was into conspiracy theories and stuff.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but you lived in what part on the ocean there? Like
I lived
Santa Cruz?
Yeah, I live in Santa Cruz now, but I lived in San Diego, and I've lived in different places all around California, by the beach.
Where do you live?
Venice.
West Santa Cruz or East Santa Cruz?
I live outside of Santa Cruz in the Santa Cruz Mountains.
Oh, dude, I've heard that's a really killer spot.
It's killer. It definitely is. But it's
California is like it's one of the most beautiful states in the United States, man, without a doubt. Like, I mean, you can go snowboarding and surfing and all on the same day. I like to mountain bike, and it's just the government policies there kind of turned me off.
Mhm.
But hearing guys like you, because that's what I remember is like old school California.
Hell yeah. Well, I wish.
Yeah,
it,
but I mean,
wish it
like
was.
classical liberal, dude. I mean, that's what I thought I was a classical liberal. And then the liberals just completely, when, it's all LGBT, Black Lives Matter, and
It's just at
I'm
this point.
I'm a working class white guy, dude. I didn't have white privilege ever in my life,
Yeah.
other than maybe, the cops didn't pull me over as often. when I was driving around because I'm not blasting the rap
And even if you
music
did get
and-
pulled over, you might got a smack with a stick if you were black too. So it's a whole different scene. It's like we can't, you know, being white and people being black is not even the same experience as far as that's concerned. You know, and that's the thing. I mean, but the thing is that, you know, people in the world develop biases based on their experiences in life, you know, and sometimes it's hard to overcome those biases, man. 718-618-9905 is the number to call. CAC is hanging with us. You want to give your name out, bro?
Me?
Yeah.
Oscar in Florida.
There you go. 718-618-9905 is the number to call.
You damn right.
Have hearts of stone.
But Jimmy, can I ask you a question?
Yep.
But
No, finish the
baby,
song. It sounds good. Funky.
I'm for real. I'm as a real can get. If what you're looking for is real loving, then what you see is what you get.
Damn right.
What you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. I said what you see is what you get.
The Dramatics.
Who is
Is the best thing yet.
I'm sorry, what'd you say now?
Is it the name of the band, The Dramatic?
Yeah. It's off the
Damn,
vault.
dude, I've never heard that, man.
Oh, never heard that? Oh,
No.
brother, man, you gotta have.
I'm a little younger than you, though. Yeah, I'm a little young, but
How you gonna live if you ain't never heard that? If you don't have that,
that's why I listen to Injured Microcosm.
there you go. I'm just saying, if you don't have that song somewhere inside of your brain because you heard it once, you can't live correctly. I mean, that right there. You remember those? You remember Freewheelin' Franklin? You remember
No,
Freewheelin' Franklin?
I don't.
It's a cartoon, and it's a dude. It's a hippie, and these were these X-rated cartoons from back in the day. Comics,
like Fritz the Cat.
yeah, exactly. And so Freewheelin' Franklin was one of the characters, and he cruised along, you know, and he had his front leg sticking way out, you know, and he was trucking, you know. This music right here.
Have good intentions.
How could you not walk around, you know, with soul? You know what I'm saying? Makes you want to pull your hat down a little bit, you know. Just let your arms swing. You might even want to go commando. Just let them swing. Go ahead.
No, it's got soul, man. I love all that.
All right, so you were going to say something before? You wanted to ask a question?
Oh my God, I forgot.
That's all right. Don't you worry.
Yeah, it's people always say I interrupt them, but sometimes, like when we're talking, I have a question to what they're saying, and if I don't say it immediately, I forget sometimes. But,
Yeah, well, it is 4:20 over here in the studio on a regular, like it's 4:20 right now.
It's 4:20.
Yeah, short-term memory loss, happens.
Yeah.
Chilluminatti. You know what I'm saying?
But look, man, it's like
Ashley Roachcliffe.
Roachcliffe. Yeah, exactly. Ashley Roachcliffe. What is that guy? Crumb?
Crumb?
Crumb.
Yeah, Art Crumb.
Yeah.
Art Crumb.
Crumb Comics.
That black lawyer.
No, it's Crumb. COMIX. Comics. Crumb. You want to laugh your ass off, man? Go find some of those comics. I've played some of that Fritz the Cat shit on here before, and
Oh,
I got a
man,
strike.
That's
Faces tell lies.
Yeah. I don't know.
Dolomite.
Those were the days, my friend. All right. So
Dolomite tripped me out, man.
718-618-9905 is the number to call if you want to give us a call. We're taking
And
calls.
Cac is
But
here.
I don't.
CAC.
Honestly,
Yeah, I got
Jenny.
All
a
right.
quick question for Rio.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Rio.
If I could jump in real quick.
Yeah, please jump in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rio, man, great stuff. Now that is obviously like a digital audio production. Now, do you notice a difference between old analog and reverse, like the old Beatles albums, and the digital, the new stuff? Do you notice any difference between the reverse, between analog and digital?
Well,
Good question.
not specifically between analog and digital. The part that struck me about the thing tonight is that Polly used an AI, right? He wrote the lyrics as text and gave it to the AI to write the song, right? So
Right.
the thing that really struck me is that the text he wrote had like his subconscious reverse in it, even though he didn't speak it himself. And it was relevant to the forward lyrics. But the part that was really striking was that the AI actually did like synthetic manipulation on the lyrics and the sounds in the song to embed another hidden message. And
that was the thing too that Rio was pointing out, and that I was pointing out, was that it used techniques that seasoned engineers would use back in the day in a real studio to achieve certain results. And I mean, that's how Rio originally got involved with doing reverse speech. Rio, right? Because originally,
I actually, well, I first, back in the 80s, right? I guess maybe, yes, it probably early 80s when they were discovering the hidden message in Led Zeppelin, and Another One Bites the Dust, and things like that. I was hearing that, so it kind of intrigued me and fascinated me, and I started looking into it, and I actually used to have an old cassette recorder that was the head switch was broken, so when you played the tape in the other direction, it would play the songs backwards. And I heard stuff in them, and I was like, wow, this this is for real. And 20 years later or whatever, when I was working in the music industry in studios and stuff with engineers, I was talking to one of them about it, and they said, oh yeah, we can do that. We absolutely do that. We do manipulate songs and sounds, or the timing of the lyrics to emphasize something on a percussive beat, where like the kick hits or even a cymbal hit. If the cymbal hit is timed right to the words, it can change like the letter of a lyric that's in reverse from, it can sort like a cymbal that goes psh, right? That sound would add an S to a word in reverse. Or and they explained to me how it's actually like done, and showed me, in the studio, even back in the days on tape, how those things are spliced and sequenced to do stuff like that. So that's like the difference I would say between reverse speech that's organic and intentional backmasking that's put into records and audio and things like that.
I didn't know they could do that.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, Keck. What was that? You didn't know?
I knew. I've worked in a studio before. I've seen engineers do all kinds of crazy shit. Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
No, I was just saying I didn't know they could manipulate reverse speech. I thought that was always your subconscious, but that's pretty wild that you. Because I used to listen to David Oates a lot, and can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I was really fascinated by some of the stuff that David Oates was doing with Rents, and especially with Trump, man. Trump was a really, he was congruent, up to 2016. And then when COVID hit, all of his stuff, like, was off. You know what I mean? It seemed like he was lying.
Actually, before that, when Trump was first running for office in 15, 16, and first got in, a lot of his reverse speeches. I mean, I did like tons of shows on Trump in the whole election cycle then, and he was congruent, right? He really did want to change America and make things better and whatever for a certain period of time. And then there was this incident, I guess probably about a year and a half, 2 years into his presidency, where they took a shot at the helicopter on the White House lawn with his wife and his kid in it. And
wow, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, they got to him.
It was very hush hush, like the news didn't make a big deal out of it or whatever,
Of course not. Yeah.
The helicopter ended up, it was only like 20 feet up in the air, but it got they shot the engine or something, and it crash landed on the lawn of the White House in front of him.
What? Wow.
So from that point on, Trump's reversal started changing in a big way, and he became a lot darker and a lot more evil. And I know David Oates has done a fair amount of work on Trump and some of the things, but the way David Oates approaches it and the way I approach it are different in a way. He looks for the much more concrete, congruent stuff in shorter clips. And some of the stuff I found is like astoundingly long, complete sentences, even paragraphs of stuff that Trump has said backwards. And I mean, you can go back and look at a bunch of the old shows. Usually Jimmy's marked when I did reverse on something in a lot of those shows that are, on YouTube. But yeah, Trump definitely did change about midway through his first term. And he actually changed again.
He changed right
recently after getting shot too.
He changed right after the Las Vegas shooting.
And it was right after the Las Vegas shooting. But it was I think it was the incident on the White House lawn with the helicopter that really set him, in the dark direction.
What are his reversals coming back now?
He's actually back to being a little bit more congruent.
Right.
But there's still dark. There's still very New World Order kind of stuff.
Sure.
Very money oriented, economy oriented, globalized economy oriented stuff.
Well, that's what it looks like he's doing. He's crashing our economy, and he's going to bring in, even though he says he's not going to do CBDCs, I don't believe that.
No,
he changed course on that too.
He's not doing CBDCs, but he is going to be using crypto.
Yeah, there's a strategic Bitcoin reserve that they're setting up for the government, where they're going to be buying up Bitcoin.
Right. And I mean, what he did before he made that meme coin before he got inaugurated. That was a huge pump and dump that he did right before the inauguration.
Oh, yeah. And he knows he screwed everybody on it too, because I did have a reversal on that. I don't know if I could pull it up off the top of my head, but there was a thing where he knew that he screwed everybody. Like, he admitted it was a pump and dump in the reverse.
Amber's saying Amber's saying in the chat there's a PBS documentary. It's called Deconstructing the Beatles. The info and art of recording. That might be pretty cool, eh?
Oh yeah.
Now CDBC is different because it's not controlled by a central bank. A central bank digital currency is like having a Federal Reserve kind of thing.
Right.
Except it's a global thing.
Yeah, that's
national.
Yeah, Karen Carpenter in chat saying CDBC by another name is crypto. That's not true. Crypto, the whole reason for crypto and the Bitcoin thing anyway was for people to move their money without anybody knowing about it or who had it or what, but it's not like that anymore.
But look what Russia just did. They said they're going to trade with India and China with cryptocurrency. So
there you
to
go.
Get over the sanctions,
Exactly.
that was a really interesting move right there, I thought.
Well, the world's moving ahead at light speed, and Elon Musk and the dark MAGA transition team is here to make it painless and easy. It'll be almost like you won't even know it happened, and next thing you know,
right? you'll get your UBI every month, you know, and you'll be able to buy your psychedelics and play your video games. And,
Right, and you'll be eventually, you know, the eyeball scan is coming in August, according to what's her name?
Catherine Austin.
Tulsi.
No, the chick with the stripe in her
Tulsi.
hair.
Tulsi
Gabbard. Yes, Tulsi Gabbard.
She said that?
Well, she said it in reverse.
Monero.
Cruella.
Oh, are you through Monero?
No, I'm saying Monero. Someone's in the chats asking. Amber saying some are decentralized. So
Well, Monero is like the privacy coin. That's the one they.
that's what I'm saying. They don't like that one.
No, they don't.
No.
They don't. There's a couple others, but I mean, I honestly, the blockchain could be used for good. But
It can be.
it's
going to be because it's going to be. Everybody's going to be on it, man. It's going to be the quantum blockchain DNA-based biometric system, the Internet of body, mind, and things.
And after the eyeball scan, you know, I'm sure there'll be the mark in the right hand of the forehead, because that's
Dude,
what Elon's
go,
eventually pushing for, believe it or not.
I'll go live in the woods, dude, and forage for food, and you know what I mean. What do they call it in Siddhartha? The aesthetic. What do they call those guys? The aesthetics
Yeah,
or something?
exactly. Yeah.
You know, it's just I don't want anything to do with that, man. You know what I mean? It's not, and I think I don't think most people want to go into that, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? But if they seize their money and everything, then what choice do they have? You know?
Yeah.
You know, that's what got everybody by the balls with the COVID mandates.
Well, the thing is
people,
like, what if you had $1 and they said, well, here's $2.
Right.
No more, you know, what are you going to use? The thing is, too, what if they say, here's another example of how easily things could change, how quickly they could change. They could say, here is your monthly, welfare check. But secretly, unbeknownst to you, it's a crypto in the background. You don't know it, but you're spending it, and it's working like money. You think it's the same money that you had before, but really it's not. It's being spent into existence, and that's the whole thing that's being built right now. Is the system that accepts that,
and it's going to have an expiration date too.
Yes, it will. You're 100% correct, sir. It will have an expiration date. Saving money in the future for the average citizen. I don't think there'll be savings accounts. It won't be like it was, and there's not going to be ownership like there is today. There'll never be a reason for you to have a giant bank account somewhere.
Unless you're already a millionaire, billionaire class, then then they'll let you keep what you got.
Yeah, you can keep that, but they're going to keep that.
You see, I'm not so sure of that, man. I think they're not going to go out after the ultra rich, the billionaires, but they're going to go after the millionaire class and.
Well, millionaire class,
they're going to seize their assets.
You know what?
I don't mean somebody who's got like $1 million or $2 million or maybe even $3 million or in the bank. I'm talking about people who have $100 million or
right,
$500 million, $500 million, like the upper millionaire class.
You know what? When I was working up in Aspen for one of the biggest AV contractors in Colorado, and I was doing projects up there. You know what they told me when I first started there? They said millionaires are assholes and billionaires are cool.
Well, to even be considered part of the club, you have to have 10 million. So
it's just funny.
Until you even get 10 million, you're not really considered a wealthy person.
I'm just saying, somebody gets themselves a house down in Aspen somewhere. They pay $20 million for like a 2,500 square foot house down in town or whatever. And they think they're that's living high on the hog, but you just go up the mountain there. There's the dude who discovered the God particle. His house looks like an apartment complex. I was going up the hill. I was looking. I was like, I thought it was some sort of a giant hotel or something, and it was the God particle dude. He lives up on the top of Red Mountain. He looks down on the town of Aspen. He's got a giant ass.
The Higgs boson.
Yeah, it was one of those guys. It was either Higgs or boson. I don't know which one.
One of those
No,
CERN
that's
guys.
the God particle. They call it the Higgs boson. Oh, after
Yeah.
the guys.
Yeah, the guy. He's one of the guys. Here's Emerson, Lake and Palmer's Ground Zero Plus Saturday night, the chilluminatti.
It just don't mean a thing. You see, it really doesn't matter when you're buried in disguise by the dark glass on your eyes. Though your flesh has crystallized, still you're turning on.
718-618-9905 is the number to call. Got 15 minutes left. You want to get in?
Hey, Dennis.
Go ahead.
You ever heard of a band called Aphrodite's Child?
No.
They're not bad, dude. They've got a Aphrodite's Child. 666 is an interesting song.
Interesting. That's 18, and that's 9. You know what I'm saying?
The 3, 6, and 9?
Yeah, well, if 666 is 18, 18 is 9. Right.
Yeah, have you ever heard of a guy named William Donahue? Have you seen his lectures on YouTube?
No.
I highly recommend people look him up. They're from like 30 years ago, man, and he just gives, he gets into the Jesus narrative. He's convinced Jesus went to Tibet and Nepal and came back with that way of, living your life, which I think is honestly the most realistic, approach to living your life. Hello?
Yeah, we're here. We're just listening.
Yeah, William Donahue. He's a pretty interesting guy.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, he looks at the teachings of Jesus, and there's really nothing wrong with it, but he makes an Eastern connection to it, which there really is. And he doesn't even get into the apocryphal
Mm-hmm.
text. You know what I mean? He basically quotes from the Gospels, and just proves that it's not this. Because I've been dealing with a lot of Christians lately, and don't get me wrong, they're good people, but they can't take any questions. You know what I mean? You can't question any.
That's not a fair category to put them in, just simply because it sounds like you've had experience with several people who had certain attitudes. But like, for example, there's Christians on this call right now, and you could have conversations.
No,
with,
don't get me wrong. Jesus is just all right with me, man. I have no problem with the teachings of Jesus. And most of the Christians I meet are solid, decent people, but I have a lot of questions about it, and it's just basically.
Well, here's the thing, man. Here's what I do. This is for me. What I do personally. What I go by. First of all,
do you consider yourself a Christian, Jimmy?
Well, first of all, if someone tells me they're a Christian, right off the bat, it puts me on edge.
You're questioning it.
Just puts me on edge, because I want to see how a man walks. Does he walk his talk? If he walks his talk, right. He's calm. He's doing his thing. He's doing unto others, so on and so forth.
That's right.
I can see it in him, and I might be wondering, how he's, what he's doing. I'm not asking a question. You know what I mean? But the thing is when someone starts,
Christian shouldn't have to try to convince you that they are one.
Well, exactly. even in the Bible, right? It says, "By their fruits you shall know them." Right. You'll recognize them for who they are before they tell you who they are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactamundo.
Yeah, that's how I am too, man. And I'm 90% aligned with the Christians, but even the Buddhists, the Torah Jews, I am.
Where everything goes south is when people have to adhere to the actual Bible. That's where their Christianity usually goes south. I mean, they're Christians
Well,
up until they're Christians. Hang on a second.
They have the right
yo.
to condemn people.
Hey, hang on a second. So the thing is like I'm saying, Christianity is what it is, and for most people who identify with it, they identify with a certain principle of it, and they want to be a person of light, and they want to do good in the world. But then when the Bible comes into it, and there's a strict adherence to certain rules, all of a sudden people's lifestyles get dented by what the rule is and how they have to follow it. So they don't necessarily follow those books necessarily.
You're right.
But a lot of people, what they'll do is they glom on to certain parts of the narrative that makes their case. Right. So they indiscriminately can pull out parts of the Bible that bolster their case. I mean, I'm sure you can find, I've talked about this before, man. I've been involved in some shit, and I know my friend got sucked into a cult and all this down in Southern California. And it was the same sort of thing. It was like the guy that was, one of the main speakers. He would pull quotes out of the Bible and make anything he wanted to make okay, right, Rio? But the thing is that's why you have people that there's a sort of a blending of Christianity and New Age thought. You know what I mean? There's a certain. Because
the New Agers call it the Christ consciousness, right?
Yes.
They don't actually follow Jesus, but they follow some of the principles that Jesus taught.
Right. As long as it doesn't interfere with anything.
Yeah. Well, as long as the rule doesn't bother their lifestyle, they're cool with.
Right.
Which is bullshit. That's bullshit.
I know we have a tendency of pointing that kind of shit out on this show. It's into the microcosm.
I know
it's
you
Saturday
do,
night.
Jimmy. I've always liked the way you think, man. To me, you're old school California.
It's Saturday night.
Open-minded, like classical liberal, fucking. Just a real dude, man. That's why I've always liked your show, and I always liked you, man.
Right on. Well, listen. It's Saturday night on Ground Zero Plus. We'll be here every Saturday night, 8 o'clock Pacific. I'll be back here tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Pacific a.m. for Wake and Bake. And, I play nothing but music, 2 hours, so set your day off right. And you can come back for more every time you want to listen. You can come on over to YouTube and all the archives.
Yeah, dude, it's always just kind of random.
I'm not talking to you.
Unfortunately, my old man,
dude,
I gotta drive up from Florida to New Hampshire. My old man, and it's probably the end, dude. Fucking, it's not good, and so I gotta go up and deal with that.
I'm sorry to hear that.
But
sorry to hear that, brother.
Yeah, it's I can't help but think it's from the madness of the past few years and everything.
Yeah.
So.
Well, do the best you can and be supportive, man.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm going up there.
Yeah.
But he just relapsed today, and it's just.
Well, maybe.
I mean, he's 75, so he's up there.
Maybe when you show up, he'll get a burst of energy, man. He'll start feeling better.
I hope so. I hope so. But it's just I got to go up there and see him. So God bless you guys.
God bless you, bro.
Y'all, man.
God bless you, brother. Send the microcosm.
Measuring the summer's day, I only find it slips away to gray. Hours they bring me pain. Tangerine, living reflections from a dream. I was her love, she was my queen, and now 1,000 years between.
used to be? Does she still remember times like these? To think of us again, and I do.
Go. The Led Zeppelin. Getting the lead out. Getting the titanium in.
Get the nerve blocker.
Seven 618
Just saying.
9905 is the number to call.
Yeah.
Rock and Rio.
Right, Rio.
Hey, Rio, are you going to be up for Wake and Bake?
Yeah, probably.
All right. Sounds good. Well, I hope you guys come in and join us tomorrow
It's
morning.
late for Rio, man. He's East Coast.
No, we're talking about tomorrow morning. Oh, I see why.
Oh.
Yeah, tomorrow morning. Wake and Bake.
Ronnie and the Red Caps is the band you want to look
Yeah.
at if you want to hear Ronnie James Dio doing doo-wop.
Ronnie and the Red Caps.
Yep.
No, that's legit, man.
No,
He
I
sang
know.
doo-wop before
I
he
know.
became a heavy metal guy.
Good
I
stuff.
know.
That's right.
Well, it's been a long time since you rocked and rolled, and now you found it. Sunday nights, I think Polynation is on tomorrow night. And they're playing replays of our show.
I think Polynation actually follows us now on Ground Zero Plus.
Oh, there you go. Stay tuned for Polynation. Polly, are you up next? He's here still.
I absolutely have no idea.
Mr. Purple Jacket.
Corduroy.
Mr.
Corduroy
Purple Coat.
purple jacket.
Corduroy purple jacket.
Mr. Hey,
Yeah.
feel free to take that sweet picture of yourself in the chat here. Did you get it? I'll make sure you get it.
Yeah. Dude, I don't need it. I could just take a selfie.
Oh, listen to this guy.
All right. Well, hey man, anytime you want to come on camera, let us know.
He actually does look a little bit like that picture.
I know he does. That's what's so fucking weird, man. So it's. I mean, that's,
Actually, no, I don't.
it's some people might call that kismet. Man, this is synchronicity.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, you take that picture, put it with that single, and I just made you a star, dude. I'm telling you right now, I'm the star maker. I mean,
Hey, you know what?
You got the talent.
This whole thing has
but I
made
got
me
the
think
marketing.
that maybe like reverse speech can be a form of therapy for people. So
No,
you
it
would
is.
go talk to a therapist, and then the therapist would listen to what you said in reverse, and then tell you what you said in reverse, and it would like.
That's
You-
the reason that John Oates does what he does. He's got those classes to teach people how to do that. They use it as an actual lie
It's
detector.
psychological evaluation tool.
Yeah, it's a lie detector.
Yep.
Damn.
John Oates, like Daryl Hall and John Oates.
No,
No,
Miss-
no, different. David Oates.
David Oates, the good.
Oh, David Oates.
Yeah, the guy, the old school, reverse speech dude. You know, you've heard of him, but you haven't heard of Rio, and that's the thing. Rio's underground over here. He does the Rockin' Rio's reverse perverse circus.
Yes,
Maybe
Rio's got the ear. He's tuned in.
I know.
Man. He's
Maybe
dialed.
maybe someday.
I do all my own original stuff too. I don't take any of his stuff or anybody else's.
Now, and you know what's good is maybe someday Clyde will just happen to tune in, and he'll hear some reverse speech, and he'll bring you up into the arena to do some hardcore ground zero fucking reverse speech.
Well, maybe I'll have to just do some reverse speech on Clyde. Right?
What was that?
I'll have to do some reverse speech on Clyde.
Yep.
I don't know, man. It's dangerous territory, especially if it's live. You can't go sweet. You can't go organic Sharpton.
No, I wouldn't go organic Sharpton.
No, it's too.
You know, but when I did Kev Baker, I surprised him. Right, I pulled the show from the night before, and
that was good.
You know, I caught. He really did think AOC was hot back then, man.
And he was,
and I got him on that.
He was fucking shaking in his boots too.
I know he was.
Because he
nervous.
agreed to it, and he didn't know what it was going to be, and he could have came out weird, but he didn't.
No, he was good. He was congruent. He was always congruent when I checked this.
He was a good dude, man, and it showed.
Yeah, he was straight up, man. He was always straight up.
He was, man. Well, it's time for us to GTFO, man, dude, and we got to go, like, absolutely right now, because it's time. So
it is time.
I gotta go. I've been holding it for an hour now.
Right,
oh my god.
All right,
1 minute and 30 seconds.
Cat got suburban angst. All right, we'll talk to you later, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow morning if you got a pair.
Good night, everybody.
X's and O's, everybody.
See ya.
See you at the Wake and Bake.
Maybe
Don't
we'll
talk backwards.
Shave your dog's ass and teach it to walk backwards.
Yeah, like being